How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Troy. And here at 2A News Now, you get your Second Amendment news straightforward and to the point with no BS added in. The state of Illinois has until Wednesday to respond against the challenge to their gun ban in the United States Supreme Court. The state of Illinois and the city of Naperville have until Wednesday to respond to the U.S. Supreme Court as to why a preliminary injunction against the state's gun and magazine ban shouldn't be issued months before lawsuits were filed against the state's gun ban that was enacted on January 10th of this year. Robert Bevis of Law Weapons out of Naperville sued the city over its gun ban in the fall of 2022. He amended his complaint to include the state of Illinois after the state enacted its ban. After the federal appeals court sided with the gun bans, Bevis was successful in getting U.S. Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett to docket his challenge on Thursday. Bevis said it's just so egregious. You go through it and they are literally slapping the Supreme Court right in the face. The defendants have until December 6th to respond. Bevis is hopeful for a preliminary injunction as his business is struggling. Right now we're really living on life support pretty much, and we need some relief so that we can at least try to rebuild. The motion for a preliminary injunction in front of the U.S. Supreme Court lays out why plaintiffs feel two of the three-judge panel of the 7th Circuit Court, U.S. Court of Appeals, got it wrong in siding with the gun bans. Plaintiffs said the majority of the three-judge panel incorrectly held that banned firearms are not arms, that the common use test is faulty, and the court misinterpreted recent U.S. Supreme Court precedent from New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin, that the court's decision rests on the stealth interest balancing, and that an arm may be banned because it is similar to a weapon formerly used by the military. In summary, the 7th Circuit's decision was manifestly erroneous. In the meantime, plaintiffs and hundreds of thousands of law-abiding Illinois citizens are suffering irreparable injury because their fundamental right to keep and bear arms is being infringed. Accordingly, plaintiffs respectively urge you to take up this case and grant the requested injunctive relief. One of the lawyers representing Mr. Bevis said that Judge Barrett could on her own issue a temporary injunction. So basically what they are asking is that the Supreme Court suspend the enforcement of that law until the case is decided. Justice Barrett could also ask the entire court to consider a preliminary injunction, or the court could do nothing while the case plays out. Mr. Bevis has asked the Supreme Court to intervene before, but that was before the appeals court ruled. Now that the appeals court has ruled, and a request for the entire appeals court to review rather than just a three-judge panel, it's guaranteed. It's very encouraging that Justice Barrett has taken notice. The fact that she's asked for a briefing, and she's turned to Illinois and Naperville and said, now give me your best arguments for why we should not grant the relief. That is hugely encouraging. Other challenges against Illinois gun law remain in federal district and appeals courts. And here's a very interesting statistic for you. Of Illinois, 2.4 million firearm owners, ID card holders. The latest Illinois State Police data shows just 0.2% have registered a banned item. And there's a January 1st deadline to register banned items, or criminal penalties could apply, pending any possible court injunction against the deadline. So the state of Illinois and the city of Naperville have until Wednesday to respond to the U.S. Supreme Court. I for sure am very interested to see what they have to say. And hopefully soon, this case will go before the U.S. Supreme Court, and that they rule that these bans are unconstitutional, because they are. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about today's video in the comment section down below. And if you guys would like to help the channel out and help it grow, all you have to take is a few seconds of your time to like, share, and subscribe, and hit those post notifications. And I invite everybody back to watch my next video.